What's up? What's up? We're back.
Let's eat.
After a week. We're back. And I don't look good.
Much more preggy.
This episode is
This it's not.
it's not a sponsor. Evil.
ASMR episode.
Kita yung sarili. Doon ka tumingin. Doon ka tumingin.
Ay, gusto kong makita.
Sup? Pag-usap.
Bakit ang ganda ng video? Cause like this isn't even how good it looks in real life.
I know. Lalo na ako. I look so pale in real life. Daya. Is it good?
Very good.
If we're going to rate the best burgers of your life, ano yun? You could,
Meron kasi akong memory ng dad bod na I don't know now. If you gave me a chance to eat dad bod and Whataburger side by side, maybe I could accurately compare it. But from memory, I think dad bod's better than Whataburger. Whataburger, no, not just Whataburger. The patty melt. So Whataburger, I second.
I see. That specific memory, no? Kasi,
Nung nag-umpisa ang dad bod, when they only had one branch.
yeah, sa may Sacre.
When di pa sila nag-renovate or anything. No, parang burger ay $50, 50 pesos.
May 35 nga ata eh. Tapos parang yung 50
Yeah,
mo.
yung 50 yung like the highest
meal.
tier. Yeah, with the meal nga. Yeah,
Na may
you're right,
fries
you're right,
na.
yeah. Parang
Yeah.
parang quarter pound and then
Yun yung mga mahal
fries,
na.
cheese with cheese, yeah.
I can remember yung mushroom burger ng Dad Bod. Kasi ayoko dati ng gulay, di ba? So yun yung inaano ko, yung parang may maraming sibuyas. Well, it's good. Pero, since mas late ako sa'yo dumating dito, yung last kong kain ng Dad Bod, di na siya ganun kasarap. It's too oily. And somehow it's a little bit dry. I don't know why. Paano nangyari yung oily pero dry? Yun lang yung feeling. Pero it's still good. Alam mo yun.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Maybe
McDonald's bad or even the Joy Love Burger. It's not that bad. It's not salty at all. The flavors are still there. It's big. It's just we have this memory nga that they used to be the you know the standard of burgers, and it was, I don't know if we were just, it was because of our age.
Yeah, no, I think because relatively speaking, there wasn't a competition. Sa burgers. I mean, you only had fast food burgers, but and then like sa mga tabi-tabing kantuhan burgers, I just
Angels.
A store-bought patty and then the same old ketchup mayo sauce. So no one else was doing what they were doing. So I think because of that,
Totoo. Parang
you
it's a
felt
gourmet.
like it was like the best burger you've ever had.
Maybe hindi talaga sila nagbago, and then kind of get used to it, and also ang bagal ng Dad Bod. I remember nag-order ako para sa food panda ako. 1 hour bago na dumating sa bahay. It's just a burger. Alam mo yun, it's a fast food.
Yeah.
So, siguro may factor din yun. Parang,
I think dahil sa demand ng burgers, parang bumababa yung quality ng
siguro.
paggawa. Parang mas binabawasan ng ingredients para mas makagawa ng mas madaming patty.
Totoo. Kasi ang alam ko may three branches na. Four branches na sila. So, maybe hindi consistent yung mga patties. Or maybe yung mga nagluluto is not as good as dun sa other branches. Or it's not as good ng mga
There
nauna.
has to be a source.
Yeah. But anyway, still good. If you were to ask me, I think I like Whataburger more. Patty melt.
It's, this is definitely good.
Yeah. This is not healthy for me. As a pregnant woman, I'm so sorry, Elliot. Hindi ko naman nabusan niya. It's definitely a comfort food. It's one of the best I've had ever.
Yeah, it's very comforting.
Siguro, kasunod na masarap din sa akin yung mga patties sa Japan. I just don't know. At hindi ko rin expect na masarap ang hamburger.
Oh, no, I take it back. I forgot about the Japanese burgers. Because the way I ate the burger was just by the patty itself. There wasn't a bun. There weren't buns. It didn't have any vegetables on top of it or anything. It was that good. You don't need anything else. Just the quality of the meat, how succulent it was.
Yeah.
Oh, just so freaking juicy and like the juice wasn't even oil. It was just like juice coming straight out of the meat.
The meat, yeah.
And
it's a good meat.
Fresh it was. And top it up with like you could get the patty with cheese, which I like.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's something that you could
No,
eat
I think
with rice.
that's my number one. It's
Me
not
too.
a burger. It's just a patty, but it's my favorite. It's not a hamburger. It's a hamburger.
Hambaga.
Hamburger.
And mind you, babe, I don't know if napakain kita nito, pero since nagtitipid ako dati, I used to buy at least 1 to 3 kilograms of frozen and patties. And I'm going to share it with Jane or someone. And then, pag ininit mo siya, niluto mo siya, it's so fucking good. So it just shows na ganun yung standard nung hambaga, yung steaky kasi siya.
Yeah,
Pero
hamburger steak.
it just shows that that's how it's the standard of their hamburgers, the patties in Japan.
I think the quality of meat sa lahat
Siguro.
ng meat sa Japan ay just top tier.
Yeah, that's true. I know Denny's is not one of the best restaurants in Japan, but that's all I had when I was in Takegawa, and
But even then,
it was a decent branch, I must say, of Denny's all over Japan. And my go-to food there is kare hambaga kare, which is curry hamburger in a sizzling with curry. It was so good. And at the middle of the burger, it has cheese.
yeah, no, I think that's the one I had.
Oh, that's the one you had, yeah.
Yeah, I had something with cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It
loved it
was
so much.
freaking good.
Instant, just
And the rice.
it was like the literal definition of food gasm.
Yeah. I would travel back to Kakagawa just to have that one. Again. Because I'm not sure if it's just the same in Tokyo or somewhere else. But in Kakagawa, Denny's, that's my favorite. I used to always order that whenever me and Ariel, we used to go to restaurants and yeah. And it's in the winter time. Oh my god, it's such a comfort food. Anyways, siguro ngayon din yung number one ko. Number
I
two
think
ko.
yeah, me too. That's
Yeah.
my number one.
It's healthier.
Yeah,
You don't
healthier.
feel shitty
Yeah,
at
no.
all kapag
Yeah.
kumain ka ng burger sa Japan. They have Moss Burger, which is medyo hindi trip ng iba kasi nga it has the healthy taste to it. It's so light. There's no oil. Kagaya yung sabi kanina. Walang oil, wala masyadong salt or sodium. So, it's expected sa palate ng Japanese, but somehow it works. It
Oh.
works.
Okay.
It's a sandwich that it works. I mean, I like it. When I was there, I liked Moss Burger. Yun nga lang, malayo siya sa
Sa Genki 1, I think.
lagi nga nandun. Mosubaga.
Masubugi wa. Doko desu ka?
Asoko desu. Kasi Genki 1, I mean N5. So, mga ganun lang. At nalaman ko yung Moss Burger sa Kakigawa. Super late na.
Oh.
Hindi ako, naman super late, but siguro last 6 months ko sa Japan. Very expensive, so hindi ako masyado nakakain. Pero at least I tried. Siguro mga tries. Binabay ko siya. Layo siya, babe.
Oh, okay.
But anyways.
I'm pretty sure that there's some good gourmet burgers around here, but
I'm pretty sure too.
it's like how do you know? Like it's such a like with a lot of stuff here, with a lot of restaurants here, it's very subjective. There's a lot of people giving 5-star reviews. Some restaurants where once we eat there, it's like this is what you guys call 5-star,
I know.
and it's something that I was fooled by some early stages ng pag-discover ko ng food where everyone's just really hyped about something because I really miss Japanese food. So those were the first few restaurants that I was always trying to look for. And then everyone say this is the best ramen they've ever had. I tasted it like, what is this crap? Like how could you make how could you make a living out of making food as shitty as this? And for people, not just a couple, but like several people, just praising it, overpraising it, makes no sense.
I was thinking of the same nung dumating ako dito. Parang no offense meant. It's just how they concluded. Parang paano nila naisip na this restaurant is that good and this restaurant is that good when even though hindi ka nakapag-travel alone or alam mo yun, at least meron kang palette, meron kang standard of what's good and what's not, right? And it seems like yung mga tao dito, napakadali nilang ma-please when it comes to food.
Yeah.
And
so easy.
Sobrang overrated na mga ng maraming restaurants dito sa Houston and dito sa Katy. Siguro the amount yung standard ng kung gaano kadami binibigay per meal is, of course, it's America. So madami. But it's not about that eh. Alam mo yun? Sobrang konti pa lang yung talagang, it's so good. But don't get me wrong, kapag naman naging masarap yung restaurant dito, it's really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? But then again, siguro para ang takeaway, wag na lang maniwala basta-basta sa mga reviews sa Google.
With food like ramen, I don't mind trying it out because it's just most of the time it's easy to digest. But with burgers, if you're trying to discover good burgers, I can't eat burger like I can only have one burger maybe once a week because
Me too.
it's just so heavy.
Me too.
So the effort is just I'm not willing to put in the effort to look for good burgers.
Yeah. Siguro kung tacos pa, pwede.
Yeah.
Like you could eat tacos, like two tacos or three. But bro, for burgers here, it's so fucking big
Yeah.
and so freaking oily.
Yeah.
And salty at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Even the chicken here, some of it was salty.
I bet din sa pinuntahan natin sa stockyard
Mm-hmm.
dun sa
It's a Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, Texas. I think they would have good
Me
burgers.
too. Me too.
Or at least not that specific restaurant, but just around the area because
Uh-huh.
it's the land of beef.
Land of beef. True. Alam mo yun, ang hirap ng... Yung curse na makakahanap ka ng masarap eh. Mahirap siyang pantayan. It was the best steak of my life.
Me too. Stockyards. Fort Worth,
Fort Worth.
Texas.
Best steak.
They have the best because they're like known for being, I don't know what it's called, like a cattle ranch. They have a
Sila
bunch.
yata yung first.
Yeah, like one of the first cattle ranches.
In the
From what I
US.
know, that's like it's only a stop where people would transport cows from some state
Oh,
to
okay.
some place in Texas. So it was just like a stopover
Okay.
where while they're transporting all these cows and horses, maybe they would just rest there for a couple of days, hang out, watch, rodeo shows or whatever. And yeah, and then it just now they've somehow preserved it, and now they just have rodeo shows. But their pride in their
Still there.
not beef, their pride in taking good care of their cows is still, I think very top notch. And because of that, they have some of the, I guess I'm just saying that maybe they have the best beef in the whole world
Maybe.
because Texas beef, I mean cows, like, and if you're really putting an effort to take good care of them, they're going to be good.
And they do. Until now, right?
Yeah.
It only it showed when we had that bite of that big
Yeah.
steak that I didn't.
I've never
I never thought it would be that good.
The only time I've ever had my brain melt was when I first had caviar, and I'm just so lucky that I had the caviar that I had because
It was-
every caviar I've had after
was a
that was
good
just
caviar.
meh. So my first experience with caviar was just as similar as how I experienced it with
that
that
steak.
beef. My brain just went. It just, if my brain could ooze out of my ears and eyes, it would have.
Yeah, me too. I was. Maybe it did not show in my face, but man, I was melting. It's like that's the power of food, and if it's good, if it's really good, it makes you have a different perspective in life. I was really happy after eating
Yeah.
that steak. We were super tired because of the drive and all, but
Yeah.
bro, it was so worth it. It's like this is life, or there's still hope out there. That was so good. That was so good. And I cannot go back.
It's funny because how they price their food is
Right.
I think cheaper than how most beef or steak restaurants here charge.
Yeah, that's true.
While they're serving premium beef, whereas most steak restaurants, at least in Houston
I
that
know.
I've tried, are just like you could make this, you know.
Right. And actually, I was expecting that. I could remember that the price of the steak that we had is around 60 to
Yeah.
70,
Yeah.
right? But it was big.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
shared that
it, and
steak.
we were both full from it.
Yeah. It has, it has rice and potatoes.
Yeah.
I think it has you could pick two side dishes.
Yep.
It was the price is really, it was good for that.
Yeah, it was such
Kind
it
of
was such a deal. Like
Yeah,
for
it was a
what you're
deal.
getting at the quality of it,
Mm-hmm.
$70 is nothing.
Sure. Such a luxury for us, but imagine having, just to drive 30 minutes or at least 15 minutes away from your house in Fort Worth.
Mm.
Maybe every time I'm celebrating, I would like to have that steak. I think I said that.
Mm.
If I were to celebrate it, I like that steak. So good. Are you done?
Yeah.
Ayaw mo na ubusin?
I'm gonna drink now.
Okay.
Paubusin ko mamaya.
Me, I'm being picky because I'm pregnant. I think kaya ko itong ubusin.
Kaya ko din. I just wanna leave room for my
I'm
alak.
drinking. Anyways, our go-to burger is Whataburger.
Yep.
Patty melt. We've tried Burger King. We tried In-N-Out.
Yeah.
I think those.
Yeah,
two.
it's like I think sa US ang labanan ay Whataburger or In-N-Out.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand why it's a competition.
The
Whataburger
flavor-
is so much more superior than
I know.
In-N-Out. I guess you have to put the whatever equivalent or maybe like double cheeseburgers In-N-Out ilalaban mo sa patty melt. But if it were any other Whataburger burger, like what other like
In-N-Out
ones?
is better.
yeah, In-N-Out is better. But if you're putting it against the patty melt,
Maybe
it's gonna be it's
what you're pertaining to is the regular.
Yeah, which I don't like that.
I don't even like. I can still hear Serena's voice when she was trying the Whataburgers, regular burger. Ano to? Ba't puro gulay ito? And she was super drunk. And back then, di pa natin alam yung patty melt. I read this, I guess, a poll. Random poll. A comedian that you don't find funny at all.
Comedian Jokoy.
I have a lot.
At first, he was funny, but then he just kept
I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah, he kept reusing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
his only thing.
Yeah. It's about mocking the Filipino culture, and yeah, somehow it's funny, but I don't know. There's something off and something medyo overacting.
Yeah.
I mean, comedies like that, but medyo OA yung
That's
iba.
okay. It's all right. He can't do any other jokes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
so much Filipino type of jokes that you could do.
Our situations.
Yeah. But look at that one Filipino comedian
guy,
who has a guitar. He interacts with the crowd and he's
Yeah, I like him.
impromptu. His
Impromptu humor.
ability to just come up with jokes on the spot is what makes him a true comedian.
Yeah, me too. For me, there are a lot. In Hollywood, I didn't like Ace Ventura. No. Sino to?
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey is a nice guy, but his comedy is too much for me.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Robin Williams.
Me too.
When it comes
hate
to comedy.
I hate to say it.
When it
But
comes to comedy, I don't like
yeah.
it. And there's this
And Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. I was about to say.
Yeah, I don't know what is.
Parang
what,
magkakasabay sila.
yeah, what is it about that type of comedy that just
I don't know.
attracts people? It's just annoying.
It's so funny, diba?
They
I
just
love it.
over exaggerate things.
I know. Naalala ko si Kiko. May mga DJs kasi sa Philippines na nauso na they need to be funny. And ang ginagamit lang nila, kahit hindi nakakatawa yung joke nila, tatawa lang sila ng tatawa. Ganyan sinasabi na ayaw niya daw ng ganong comedians na nagpapatawa lang at nakakatawa lang sila kasi tumatawa lang sila. Pero the punchline, the joke itself is not witty at all or not funny at all. Yung mga ganong mga ayoko. Vice Ganda, I don't like Vice Ganda.
For me, there's two aside from the one that I'm gonna mention. There's two other ones that has a similar type of humor. It's like dry humor, or I think
Dark?
or morbid dark humor.
Dave Chappelle?
I like Dave Chappelle, but he's not my type of comedian. His name is C.K. Lewis. Forgot. Louis C.K. He's like this.
Pinapanood mo sa akin?
I think so. I think once.
I think I know him.
I think Irish, but he grew up in America somewhere, and then he's old now, so he's like. I don't. Anyways, he doesn't even. It's like because it's so just
natural.
Real to for example. He talks about he can talk about anything, and then he could make a joke about it in such a very monotonous way, but he could make the whole crowd just crack up, and his facial expression would just remain just like a poker. He would keep a poker face while saying the joke, and then the whole crowd would just go nuts.
Yeah, ganun nga yung mga gusto.
And like his jokes are very dark.
Parang yung Indian guy.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's good too. He's really good. I forgot his name.
Ako, I like Dave Chappelle.
I like Dave Chappelle as a speaker.
His
jokes are.
That's what I like about him too.
His jokes are more like.
His advocacy.
Yeah. With him, it's with most of his jokes, there's an underlying message. That is relevant to the current times that he was in. Sa world, nangyayari sa world, and he would make a.
That's why I like him. Parang ang lalim niya. It's more than the comedy. It's about life.
Yeah.
Pero about comedian.
I think that's why he won the Mark Twain Award, because I think that's what Mark Twain did. He spoke of he depicted things that are happening in the real world in a lighter fashion.
Anyways, ako comedian na gusto. Parang wala. Meron yung pa iba-iba yung medyo nagmabak na mga Asians or mga babae. Babae, ginagawang jokes din yung mga experiences namin. Pero not in an offensive way.
Yeah.
Yung mga ganun nakakatawa. Pero wala siguro.
Sa Pinas, I don't think I like any one comedian. No, I don't know. No, I think I do like a couple of gay comedians. Arroyo, Macapagal Arroyo.
Si
Arroyo, Macapagal Arroyo. Gloria Si Gloria, I like
Si
Gloria.
Ate Gloria.
Si Ate Glo.
Si Gloria makapagalaro. Yung presidente
yeah,
yun.
yeah,
babe.
yeah. Yeah, I like her. She's good.
Yeah,
Man.
ginagaya niya nga yung ex-president.
And then that one. I mean, they can only do one type of comedy, and it's fine. But every time I see them, it just cracks me. And that guy who does Manny Pacquiao.
You know why? They're in theater.
Oh, okay. I see.
Si Ate Glo, she's
That-
from theater. So, parang iba yung hugot niya ng pagiging character niya na.
Oh, see, Dave Chappelle but his background is theater,
Oo nga. Kailangan nga yata talagang
theatrics.
acting.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's funny.
Oh yeah, she's funny.
Nasa Europe na yata siya ngayon eh. Or US.
See, I'm not sure if this is true, but look at how yung comedy nila Dolphy was. It's somewhat like that. It's like poking fun about yourself or like your best friend, but not not a complete
Offensive.
stranger.
Nah,
No.
true. And palaging may aral ba? May lesson behind.
Parang the comedy is about it's a performance between two people who knows who's like aware that they're poking fun of each other to entertain people. It's not like a freaking TV show where you're making fun of the contestants.
Yeah, true.
How uncomfortable would that be? You're on live TV and then when you go back to your regular job or school, it's like ganito ka pala eh. Ganyan. They'll be like they'll start mocking you. Stuff
Yeah,
like that.
and I experienced that firsthand. Not me, not firsthand, but I was on the same group when we were in Showtime with Jake. And Jake was we could say, siya yung pambato namin nun because siya nag-arrange, siya yung mind ng lahat. And back then, his voice it was good.
Yeah.
But he was fat.
Yeah.
And then, that was the time when pinapauso ni Vice Ganda yung party!
Oh, yeah.
Party! Binago niya. Sabi niya, I like you, your voice. Oh, in fairness, sinabihan niya naman si Jake nung umpisa na maganda yung boses mo. May kamukha ka eh. Sabi gumanon siya. Si Barney. So, ang ginawa niya, Barney. And everyone in the audience were laughing and they were chanting, Barney. And everybody, nung pumasok na uli kami sa school and Jake was just student, everyone was calling him Barney.
No. See, that's so messed up.
Yeah. Galit na galit yung tatay ni Jake kay Vice Ganda, by the way.
Just for a few minutes of laughter, you're willing to humiliate this person.
What's so funny about him being a little bit, chubby?
Yeah,
He was just chubby back then.
Exactly.
Hindi ba niya nakita na talented yung tao? Alam mo yun, parang just to compromise the joke, sinabi niya na umpisa na, I like your voice, pero hindi ka mukha ka. Look like Barney. The fuck?
It's so messed up.
Yeah,
man.
that's why I don't like that.
Yeah, it's so messed up.
And the sad part would be, naging standard na siya sa Pinas.
Yeah, I mean, even though medyo naging awareness si Vice influence niya,
Totoo naman.
he started the ball rolling.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's just a common thing now.
Still his fault. Kasi yun yung time na nag-uumpisa pa lang ang Showtime eh. I was still a student back then. I was second year.
But I don't know, maybe you could speak to this, but even before Vice did his sort of jokes, I think it's common sa classroom na parang like they would gang up on one person, but for fun. It's not like
they're your friend.
You're really trying. Yeah, they're your friend. Well, I don't know about that, but in my experience, there was one person sa high school, in one of my classes, where because she was super smart and whatever, every time she raised her hand and answered the teacher's questions, people would be like, "Oh, see, blah 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 blah."
Ganyan nga.
Like-
Ganyan nga. May ganyan nga tayong kultura. Sadly.
So, I'm not completely. Now that I think about it, I'm not completely sure if it's something Vice started.
Or maybe it's just something that has been happening.
Yeah, maybe
I mean, it's just
it's-
someone na medyo may same humor na sumikat.
He made it
And kaya
much
siguro
more
siya sumikat.
mainstream and much more okay.
And kaya siya siguro sumikat because it's been there. It's
Yeah.
in the culture. Maybe. Yeah. Kasi siguro may pagkaganon ako dati, but not on a total stranger, alam mo yun?
Oh, that's the thing. It's a total stranger.
I cannot do that. Bro, I mean, sometimes, hindi naman ako saint. Sometimes I could see people like, there's something off with this person. Or, especially when it comes to clothes. But, I cannot, alam mo yun, loudly say it.
Yeah.
Naobserbahan mo lang siya minsan. But you cannot just say it. Vice does that.
Yeah.
Pero nung high school, okay, fine. Halimbawa, I have a friend na kaklase mo na ang weirdo nung araw na yun, just mock her. Parang, Sarina's like that. There's this show of Ann Curtis back then that she is, there's a mythical personality in the Philippines called Campanerang Cuba. So, it's like the story of Hunchback.
Yeah.
And every time she has, I don't know, she becomes pretty, but her normal or original appearance would be she's a hunchback.
Yeah.
And that hunchback has a braided hair. Back then, Sarina likes to braid her hair.
Yeah.
And knowing Sarina, she has this expression of being, that she's a dark person.
Yeah.
That's why I kept on calling her, hey, Imang, because the name of the hunchback girl or Ann Curtis back then was Imang. So we kept on calling her Imang because she's my friend. And I thought it was funny. But with a total stranger, like what Vices did to Jake, it was off. I cannot call someone that's chubby, Barney. Anyways.
I just don't see how they didn't consider that when they do these skits, because tomorrow, the next day they'll be as rich as they are, and they'll still be in the limelight, while this person goes back to their regular life. And
I know.
There's a whole lot of people,
Anyway. It's a great topic. The power of media. I don't know.
They're so unaware. They were, but it just sucks that.
But it's funny.
There's no way to make up for all of the hurtings that these people.
And it's funny that even Vice Ganda sometimes he feels or she feels attacked by people who comments about his appearance, his jokes, but it's what you're doing too, man. And you're on the national television, so. But anyways, that's the entertainment or the comedy entertainment in the Philippines now. It's not funny at all. I miss the old comedy shows in the Philippines where just every episode there is a values to it. There's a lesson. It's about family. It's about respecting your father, your mother, or other people. And they mock those who are not doing that. Like the villains, they mock those villains that they're stupid. Parang sila yung dapat tawanan. Ganon. And not those people that are doing good or talented. It's not about the appearances. It's about their behavior. Na parang magnanakaw kasi sila. Or, alam mo yun. Yun, yung mga ganun yung minamak noon.
It's funny you say that because I remember yung mga teachers ko sa high school, yung mga matatanda na, they always say it's funny how things have turned upside down so much because in their days, the smart people would make fun of the mga,
Yeah, I heard that too.
mga not so bright people.
Mm-hmm. If you don't have any talent or you're not smart,
Yeah.
you're doomed, bro.
Yeah, but now it's like if you're smart,
It's the other way around.
people would make fun of you.
No,
I don't know where it started.
me too.
How did that become the norm? Like it's been just maybe at one point so accepted by society that you shouldn't be smart.
Diba?
Like if
You
you're
shouldn't
smart,
be
you're trying
studying.
too hard. Like what? That makes no sense at all.
Yeah. I don't know why too. Maybe it's the insecurity. Maybe.
Yeah, but it's just been accepted that it's okay. How? Like in what society would it be okay to just
Just in the Philippines.
not, or maybe it was, I can imagine that it was something that was started by, maybe politicians that they want to make the people stupid so that they could remain in power,
Yeah,
so
that's a
that
good.
they like start like maybe after the revolt or revolution ng Dilao, parang they saw, maybe most of the politicians in the future saw that, oh no, we can't have another one of these. We have to remain in power. What if they catch up on our crimes? They'll start to do all these things.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, maybe we make them stupid. Make it somehow okay to be stupid. Or maybe stupid is a harsh word. Maybe ignorant.
Yeah, totoo. Alam mo, magandang theory yan. Kasi, ang galing niya, parang, na-imprint siya sa society ngayon. Na nagkakameron, syempre may effect na sa government natin sa Philippines. I don't wanna go there.
Yeah, that's not
But, yeah, that might be a good theory.
Because from what I know, which isn't a whole lot, but from what I know, the Philippines was a very first world country. Nung 60s, 70s, I don't know. But even from the few videos
I
that
think
I've seen, it
50s
was very
to 60s.
advanced. And in comparison to other countries in Asia at that time, we were probably up there with Japan.
Yeah.
In terms of how advanced society was.
The currency of dollar versus Philippine peso is the same back then.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It was the same. That's why you have Manila, and it was named after a Manila in Los Angeles. It's the same.
Okay.
You were rich back then.
And to be, I mean, look at Korea when in the 70s. It was just almost nothing but rubbles.
Poverty.
But now look at them. And look at the
I know. And look at us. Yeah, maybe that's a good theory. Let's make the future Filipinos stupid or ignorant.
so that people could stay in power.
Yeah, so that the ignorant people could stay in power.
I think I think with countries like Mexico and there was a guy who was cutting my hair. Naalala mo that one time? He's from Cuba, I think. I think he's from Cuba. And I asked him. He didn't know very good English, but I asked him, "How do you like it here in comparison to Cuba?" He's like, Oh, so much better here. In Cuba, like crazy. The president, crazy. He's like, oh yeah, it's the same thing in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And
And mind you, nagsimula yung pagkabagsak ng Pilipinas nung si Marcos na umupo. Sa kanya nagsimula yun.
anyways,
But yeah. Yeah.
it's just
I think ginawa nila yan sa ano tong fourth world country na walang currency. Naka-dollar
yeah.
sila.
Yeah, I think I heard
Hindi
about
nila pinopromote ng education
that. Yeah.
because they need to stay up there. Tapos nung war nila, pinatay nila lahat ng educated people. At tinira nila mga bata. Yun yung magandang movie. Anyways, kaya ngayon, parang ang konti-konti ng mga tao matatalino at nakapag-aral. Dahil yun na, binlock nila ang education.
Damn.
Ano ba lang nga silang currency hanggang ngayon eh?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Indonesia ata. Hindi.
Indonesia.
Anyway. Angkor what?
Yeah, something like that.
Angkor what?
I don't know.
Well, in Asia. It's in Asia. Anyways. Hopefully ma-resolve though. May hope pa naman ako.
Yeah, I think there's hope, especially with this generation of Filipinos who are gonna eventually take over.
Right.
40 years from now, after all these douchebags die.
Will they die? Sorry. Shout out
Si
to
Enrile lang din.
Pag buhay pa talaga siya nun, ay di ba na alam.
Forever.
But anyways, I'm trying to check kung ito magpula pa ano. Parang hindi mo yan.
Lagay mo dito.
Okay, no?
Yep.
Tura ko. Kain. Bago tayo mag... Geralt. I'm Jennifer.
Okay, so I don't know how many other topics can branch out of this. Pero let's start with the question.
What question?
What was the question? What's so you've been here for 1.5 years now?
Oh, we're doing this? Okay. Yeah. Almost 1.5 years.
Do you want this now or maybe another time?
Maybe another time.
Yeah, because we already spoke a lot about other stuff.
I want to have time to speak about this.
Yeah, it's a long topic.
It's a good topic too.
Yeah, it's a good topic.
What's our next topic then?
How's your pregnancy coming along?
It's getting harder. I feel like it will get harder in the next few months or weeks. I don't know what will happen to me or to... Hopefully the baby is healthy. I'm trying my best. Yeah, but it's getting heavier. That's why. A lot of things are changing. My balance is changing. My mood. I'm getting affected by my hormones now than I was in my first trimester. Like today, I don't want to do anything. I think you felt that. It's just I don't want to do anything. Just want to lay down. I felt so heavy today that it went away when I tried to move and pick up the dogs and clean them. It went away. I know there are things that could help me, like exercise or just move or but it's hard. Yeah. It's really hard to do those things when you're on that feeling. I don't know if it's a feeling. I don't know how to categorize it, but yeah, it's getting harder. Definitely, it's getting harder. But yeah, sure. I've been been watching few videos of, first few weeks of a baby, because I'm trying to prepare myself with everything. How do we take care of Elliot? How do we take care of ourselves? How do we take care of the dogs? Yeah, everything is in my mind. It's been in my mind. Like, how do I adjust our normal or current lives and insert Elliot
Napapatawa kasi sa sinasabi mo yung pangalan.
that is going
I mean,
to.
if we do post this for
We're not
whatever
going
reason,
to post this.
oh, we're not gonna post it. Okay.
We're not gonna post this. This is too special for us.
Okay.
Or too personal.
No, I mean this part.
This is part.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just bleep it out.
Okay. But yeah, everything.
I mean, we could cut it if you want.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that's running inside my mind. Like, basically the adjustment with everything. Like, how are we going to insert our baby in our lives right now without harming him, or allergies, the shedding of the dogs, and of course taking good care of the dogs, not making them feel that we abandon them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want to prioritize our baby. So I think the next chapters of our life would be very challenging for me. This would be the most challenging part of my life. That's how I'm thinking right now. More than the things that I'm experiencing right now. On top of the things that I'm experiencing right now. It's if the baby's there, what could happen? I don't want to give up our dogs. That's not an option.
No, it's not an option.
We'll try to make things out.
We'll just throw the baby away.
I know. Bye, baby. Bye, baby. Inside joke. But yeah. And also the delivery itself. I don't know how that would make me feel, or the postpartum. There are a lot.
For you say it's gonna be the most difficult. There's no. I don't have a right to say that it's not gonna be difficult. The whole pregnancy to giving labor and having to be still functional after giving birth and all. Whereas for me, I'm just on standby. I'm just waiting and.
That's it. But still, if anything, I
But
don't
now
think
that Elliot's
beep.
but now Elliot's able to hear. I want to start doing the thing I said, which was read to him. Start reading to him, maybe at night, so that maybe even now, if he's able to get a sense of time, he'll know that maybe during the night time it's time
that's
for
a good one.
it's time for storytelling.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's because I've been researching that we have to make some few things that would give him cue that it's nighttime. Just like dogs, you just have to train them, and we have to do it consistently.
Yeah, that's the key. Consistency.
That's the key.
I think it's a harsh way to put it, but it's just how the mind works. Conditioning. We have to
yes.
condition him in a positive way.
Yeah.
Using positive reinforcements to condition him in a way where it just becomes a habit.
Yeah, that's true. And
Which
same
is
goes as
the same
to
thing
our
that
dogs.
says for babies. There has to be order There has
True.
in
True.
every part of the day, everything has to like. Think if you were autistic, or no, if you had an obsessive, you had
Compulsive. Or if you're
yeah,
OC.
yeah. If you're OCD, everything has to be done at a specific time
Yeah.
of day, the same exact same way,
Mm.
and then they pick up on these patterns, and then they just it becomes a bit easier because they're not because they understand because they've done it so much. I mean,
That's
they've
true.
witnessed it. They were a part of this activity consistently throughout months. It might not be a month or two. It might be 6 months, but they'll
Mhm.
eventually pick up on it,
Mhm.
and it will become less harder because most of the most of the reasons why babies cry is because they don't know how to express
Communicate.
their emotions, and if things are out of order all the time, there's no pattern to follow on. They're always
Just
confused.
kiss and cry.
They're always confused. Um, they don't know what to expect. They don't know what to think, and they're just sort of lost. And because if you're throwing new things at them all the time, like new experiences, new people, new like different patterns, like in the morning
New people.
you like in the morning, if one day you're um, taking him out for walks and the next few days you don't, it's like, and then you follow up with a walk in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, bro, I don't know what's going on. And then because they're just so lost and confused, and they have no order in their brain and what they can comprehend, they just they cry.
Yeah.
Not because things are out of order, but they have a much more of a tendency to just cry because they know nothing, and like things are happening to them that they don't know. Like for us adults it's trivial, but for them it's complex for their
brain development.
yeah,
Their
it's
development.
complex for them because it's not something that they could comprehend easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like yeah,
It all goes down to conditioning. I think one of the few videos that I've been browsing lately is the scheduling of an infant or newborns, because they all they have to do is sleep, right? They are sleeping a lot in their first few weeks out. But if they are awake, there are certain type of activities that you could do every single day
yeah,
just to help them engaged with the life outside. So there are like 5 minutes of this, 10 minutes of this, 20
Yeah.
minutes of tummy time. You could just do that, and then afterwards 20 minutes of
yeah,
breastfeeding, and then 10 minutes of cleaning them, and then they just go back to sleep again.
yeah.
That's it.
No, I think that makes a lot of sense because though I don't have any experience taking care of babies, I do have experience taking care of dogs, and it's the same logic used with dogs. When you want to train them to get used, especially because I had Luna when she was a baby, and I would have to go to work and I have to leave her alone. You'd have to figure out a way and how you could leave them alone in the house without being sad or having this something syndrome. I forgot what the word was, but abandoned. Like you don't want to make them feel like they're being abandoned. And in order to do that, you would play a little game with them where you put them in a room by themselves, and then for like 10 seconds, and then you open the door, and then you start increasing that by a few more
Yeah.
seconds. You leave them in the door for 20 seconds, and then you gradually increase it to a point where you leave to go out to do groceries for 30 minutes, and it's like, oh, they'll get used to like you
they
coming
come
back.
back,
Oh,
they come back,
he'll
yeah.
come back, and then increase it by an hour,
Yeah.
increase it by 3 hours, and then eventually they'll be like, oh, it's fine.
You're good. He's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
how.
it's conditioning.
Yeah,
like
it's conditioning.
you
That's
start
how
with
babies
the
do.
with a very 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 small steps.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to learn more things about how to condition our baby with the life that would also be functional for us, because we need to work eventually, and also we have other responsibilities too.
Hmm.
And of course, as much as possible, I wanted to raise a child that is, independent or
Yep.
confident when it comes to many things. I think that we should start not not hindi naman parang biglaan, but gradually
Yeah.
we have to condition them. Just I don't know. That's how it is. I think I'm just trying. I will just go for something na would be beneficial sa development niya as a person. But yeah, it's also conditioning. So hopefully, yun lang. Yun lang naman yung gusto ko eh.
Yeah.
Gusto ko lang everything goes well sa buhay natin.
I think I don't think everything will go well, but I think in how we handle things.
I'm getting fatter every single day.
Okay.
I'm a mom.
I was gonna say for you, it's gonna be the hardest but for me, I think it's gonna be the most fulfilling.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, I know for you it's gonna be fulfilling to you and satisfying, but for me, I just think that I'm just gonna black out the the struggles, and
Me too.
I'm not
Me too.
a very optimistic person, but I think for this chapter in my life, I'm very excited.
Me too. I'm excited. It's just there are a lot of. I'm not saying that it's not going to be fulfilling for me. I think that is given
Yeah.
in my point of view, but I'm just stating the fact that I have to perform something, like my body needs to produce something
No,
for a person.
I get that.
Yeah. Yun lang yung parang.
My point of view starts from the baby
Yeah.
out here in
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah. Me too. I'm just a little, I feel a little overwhelmed. Like, will I able to do that? Can I, I know we'll going to be sleep deprived, and I need to recover as much as possible. And the person that I am, I like things clear or cleaned.
Yeah.
And I don't think magagawa ko yun kapag may baby. So
Well, yeah,
it will
that's
be
why
it will be
you have
know.
me.
Yeah, I know.
And-
I know.
Yeah, I think the hardest thing for me would be having. I really think I have to stop drinking, which
Okay.
it won't be for the first month or so. It might be a little hard, but once I get over that hurdle, I won't even. I'll be disgusted by the thought of alcohol. I've
Yeah.
stopped plenty of times. It's just
Yeah.
it's always that first month or so where it's a bit of a struggle, but I'll definitely need to think of ways where I could preserve my energy.
That's true. But I don't think it will be much of a problem on your end. I don't think you're a drunk person. You're a junkie.
No, I'm not. It's just a way to relax a bit.
I know. And I'm giving this to you because we're gonna have a baby and all.
Yeah. No, just earlier on my way home, I was thinking, I felt really good today after my workout, and I figured out how to always achieve this in just a short
That's good.
span of time, which is to just
Run faster.
run faster. I could run for maybe 1 mile, but I would have to run twice as fast.
Okay.
Like maybe so. If I ran maybe 10 miles per hour for 1 mile, I would have maybe achieved the same feeling that I get if I'd ran
Like 6.
6 miles at 5 miles per hour. So, it because I've always ran to lose weight, I always ran farther, long distance.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
But now I don't need to lose any more weight really. I just need to maintain it. I only really run now for getting that high.
Yeah, and just
Reaching that high when you let's call it runner's high, but
Okay.
it's not something easily achieved. You really have to push your body to the limit all the time if it's something you want to feel, and that's the only reason why I go to the gym now. It's just it's like going to the drugstore and just getting quick sniff of cocaine or something, like oh okay, I feel good. It's like the same thing. It's like literally I feel like I'm on drugs, but like the best healthiest type
Yeah.
of drugs when you go to the gym and you really get a good exercise. And so anyways, I was on my way home. I'm like, man, all of the alcohol that I have at home right now is gonna be the last. It has to be, because 4 months.
It's recorded.
4 months. 4 months is not a 4 months are gonna pass by so really fast, and by that time, I really have to, like how you're always trying to stay for the past 5 months. You've been so disciplined with what you ate and all of that, and now for these next 4 months, I really have to condition my body to be healthier.
Yeah.
So it's just doing my part,
Okay.
so that when for the first few months I could really be of use. I could do the cleaning. I could first few months after the baby comes out, I could do the cleaning, cooking, and everything. And
I just want to remind you, babe, that after I give birth, you're the first person that will hold our baby.
yeah,
You will be that person.
no, you could be.
I could be, but I would be half exhausted, half awake. And that
All right.
concludes
So,
our podcast today. It was we tackled a lot of good topics, I
Yeah.
must say.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Yeah, this was a good one.
And because my laptop keeps crashing, this video might have a couple of times where it just cuts off. So I think because my laptop's getting really hot and it's getting pretty late, it's 11:30, and we still have to watch a couple of episodes of The Witcher
I know.
season 2.
I know.
We are going to conclude this
Podcast.
episode.
This episode, yes, of our podcast.
This is our podcast signing off.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace out. Okay. I don't want to drink this. I don't think this is healthy.